Temperance? Emperor is maybe the second best start. Drone, they give her the bits. Hope you're enjoying the game. Okay, well I guess we're doing hearts. Let's sell this though, because I do want maybe an extra dollar could make a big difference. Kinda did. I'm not going to chase either of these hands into the hook. We should have sold this. Wow. Might have to use these just to make our 4 of a kinds. Once the popcorn runs out, that is. Yeah, I don't actually know how good the early cryptid is, because it kind of clogs our resources for a bit. It's only good if we had like a blueprint queued up, like we did on the fast one. Dan, thank you for the prime. But if it's a seed that requires some setup, it's not ideal, I don't think. But it's also not bad. So I'm not gonna, I'm not complaining, it's just a little awkward. And maybe we just like use them a little bit more aggressively, and that's the plan. And we might not like tunnel in on only copying the cryptids. Sardan, thank you for the bits. 8 mult here. All these kings and we still can't draw them super reliably. Biblically accurate business card there. That's good. Okay, those are both very good. Do we ever roll once here? No. Okay. Ooh. No. Get the glass card. Kinda not really using this. Scary Face is good for score, but we don't really need that right now. Business card in reserve parking is twice as many opportunities to be disappointed. Ain't that the truth? Those are some criminal business cards. There we go. It's Bernie Madoff's business card. That explains a lot. Those are face cards now, by the way. There's a red seal. Okay. First half of that was pretty good. Pareidolia is a creepy negative. I mean, for some people, it's a creepy positive, right? I'm gonna sue this business card. Oh, we need the $50 for sure. Think we need Paul Allen's business card instead. Subtle off-white coloring. Oh god, it has a watermark. Huge. I think we keep that there for now. See if we can hit it. Huge. gang's all here, by the way. American Psycho is a comedy somehow? It's satire. Huh? Listen, I always start laughing when I see what happens to Jared Leto. You're gonna love Fight Club. Next thing you know, you're gonna tell me that's not a movie I'm supposed to take seriously either. Baron early. Time to get complacent. Not sure why I sold those yet, but, well, we didn't find anything anyway. Do need to find some... Oh, this is a big time sink that we need to get out of. You telling me I can't base my personality off of movies? I mean, you can do what you want. We're just all gonna make fun of you behind your back. Unless you're in college, in which case, well, I'll just continue thinking you're the coolest dude as we pass by your dorm room. There's no way you'd make fun of me. My jacket from Drive is too cool. Look. We're just all working through finance classes so that we can be the next Gecko from that movie, The Wolf of Wall Street. Why did they call it The Wolf of Wall Street, though, when dude's a gecko? That's the part I didn't understand about that movie. I mean, the little guy from the commercials, yeah, but like, I don't know, he committed some crimes or something by being too greedy with people's insurance money. I don't know, I watched that movie at a drive-in theater or something. That guy's a bad human? Yeah. I mean, he's literally a gecko. Or a wolf. I can't tell. Bro can't make up his mind about that, even. Let's take it for a ride. I really do. Like, we added so many cards, I want to fix the deck. This is one... This is absolutely a run where fewer cards is very good. My favorite movies are Wolf of Wall Street, Fight Club, and Nightcrawler. I'm going to assume that that's a comment that's not meant to be taken seriously like those movies. I've actually never seen Nightcrawler. Throw Whiplash in there and you've got yourself a catastrophically bad blunt rotation. In terms of, like, fellas who call that their favorite movie. Nightcrawler is fantastic? Yeah. To be clear, all of those are good movies. I haven't seen Nightcrawler, so I can't be for sure on that one. But, like, when somebody tells me that any of those is their favorite, you kind of start giving them a side eye, right? I do. Because there's an archetype of fella that, that loves those movies in spite of the very obvious message. Not because of. Finally missed. I'm doing the thing where I got complacent about my money, aren't I? That thing that we're just saying needs fixing with my runs that involve Baron. Just like the Wolf of Wall Street. Now, bro was too concerned about his money. That was his whole problem, wasn't it? Yeah, Dune is a good movie. I'll give you that. Like especially like if you consider the very obvious lesson there, where you just need to find the most special boy in order to save the world, and then nothing else matters. I don't know. I didn't read the books, and I've only seen the first two movies, right? But that seems like the message that I got from it. Can't wait to see what happens in the third. Probably nothing. It's a deconstruction of the Chosen One archetype, actually. That's a lot of words for you to agree with me. And yeah, the Chosen One, as in, we must find the special boy. I'm just mad that Frank Herbert ripped off my goat, George Lucas, and, you know, George Lucas, being the good guy that he is, chose not to sue. You gotta appreciate that. Because it's, like, very obviously a ripoff of Star Wars, right? But luckily, George Lucas and Marvel, in particular, is not, you know, greedy and litigious. So. Famously benevolent corporation Disney? Yeah, there's no, like, weird history there or anything, is there? No, probably not. No one looked into that. Roffle complains that chat's rage bait are so obvious. Look, there are people... there are people falling for the obvious bait as you type that. What are we talking about? It's just the chat is much worse at baiting than I am. I'm a master, in fact. Can't believe they just named the big special boy Paul. I give him a cool last name at least? Yeah. Like, how am I even supposed to know what he walks on? Boring. It's not even a good ripoff of famously very original Star Wars. It's the first time it's been the mime, isn't it? I guess that's just proof that, like, in the Battle of Best Boys, Luke remains the GOAT. There's no better boy than Luke. That's what, like, the second movie in the prequel is all about, right? Is that he's perfect and... Or not the prequels, the sequels. So he's perfect and flawless, and everybody should believe in and trust in him. The movie understander has logged on. Thinking about starting up a second channel where I just analyze movies. Like in Star Wars after age 13 is a red flag? I don't think that's necessarily true. I think making it your entire personality is a big red flag, but that's true of any media property. That's not unique to Star Wars. Yikes. Except Game of Thrones, right? There are no exceptions. What about Lord of the Rings? Again, it's not the media property that's the problem here. It's the fandom. Like, it's irrelevant what the movie is or what the media property is. The fandoms are all filled with people. People largely act the same way. Same with sports. Sports may be the exception in that it's irredeemable. I say this as a former sports fan and former sports person. Remy, thank you for the super chat. You stopped after the kneeling, right? No, dog. That was my team doing the kneeling. Think some sports are exceptions like figure skating and ping pong? Just ask Tanya Harding how toxic figure skating can get. If you know the name Tanya Harding, go make an appointment with your doctor. If you don't, Google it. I think I have to do this. Just in case there's another brainstorm here. Well. We just need a mime now, so that's gone. That was an unnecessary roll, too. I didn't even realize it. I was just blindly rolling, and I got rewarded for it. I, Tonya is another great movie. That sounds like a Nickelodeon TV show from the 90s, maybe early 2000s. My doctor's on vacation. I'd say you're American, but we don't take vacations. But if you are American, don't worry if it's urgent. I'm sure you'll be seen in the next 3 to 6 months. Done. We just need the cryptids. And maybe to clean up the deck a little bit. I appreciate that, Sipey. Hope you're enjoying the game. Doctors are one of the few classes that can afford vacations. To be fair, my issue is not with the doctors themselves. They work hard. Probably a little too hard. Given how it's just that there's... Wow. There's too few of them for the need that we have. And nurses? Well, yeah, just healthcare in general. Don't worry, though. Don't worry, though. The one place where we've got it plenty covered is the, you know, the administrators at the insurance and insurance adjusters. We've got plenty of them. And pharmaceutical reps. I'm sure there's a lot of those. Roffle making fun of my occupation. Again, just like with the doctors, it's not an individual problem. It's not your fault. You gotta eat. You got bills to pay. I can't help myself. I just keep clicking buttons that I don't need to. Like, you leaving your job isn't going to solve the problem. It's just going to make your life worse, right? That's not what I'm... That's not what any sane person expects. European here, is it really that bad and expensive? I pay $500 a month for my insurance, which gives me the privilege, the very unique privilege of, once I hit $6,000 in medical expenses, they'll start covering, like, 90% of it. So, 80-20 after deductible. I think it's 90-10 after deductible, but it is a high deductible plan. Also, until very recently, the insurance that I do have decided to just stop covering the closest hospital to me. So if I had an emergency, I would have to go to a much further and much lower quality hospital. And yeah, fortunately that got cleared up. That is an individual plan. That is, for me personally, is $500 for that plan. And they pay $200 a month for my whole family. My company covers a large part of it. Well, yeah, that's how it works for most people. I'm an independent contractor. There is no company that employs me. I had my insurance fail to arrive at a coverage deal with an entire hospital system a few years back. Yep, that's the exact same thing that happened. They just finally came to an agreement. So yeah, same thing for me. Basically for this full calendar year so far, like, I didn't have a hospital that I could go to. For a long time, my healthcare was either don't get sick or live with it. Unfortunately, that's very common for Americans, at least. But, like, the don't get sick or don't get injured is a lot easier said than done. California, if you do that, you have to not pay money to not have health insurance. That's not entirely true. I don't think so. You just don't get a... No, it works the other way. You get a tax subsidy if you... If you do have insurance, I thought is how it works. That's not paying, that's... I mean, it's effectively paying, but... But only if you compare it to your neighbor or whatever. GG. Oh, we can check the Steel Joker. 24.6.